falls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the RockShop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next curling stadium.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
A very pleasant good day and welcome to the Martensville Curling Club. It's the Aly Jenkins Memorial Mixed Doubles here on Curling Stadium. We have this draw tonight between Tori, Koana and Go Aoki versus Adela, Walczak and Andrzej Augustyniak from Poland. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Jim Nix. Kaylee is on the cameras and you're all here with us. Good evening, Jim.
Hello, David. How are you?
I am super fantastic.
That's good. We got a pretty good one here, I think. Both teams I looked them up. We're 2-1 and probably have to win to have a chance of playoffs. So if they have a chance at all, I don't know what this.
No, and it looks like there's a possibility of 3-2, but you're going to need tiebreaker help with LSDs.
Right.
And going into last draw is Martin and Laycock with the best LSDs of all, with a combined score of about 3/4 centimeter or 6 centimeters, something ridiculously good.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a bunch of zeros there which meant they pinned it. So, yeah, the LSD has officially become a thing in all these events now.
So was it? I guess it was not a thing in your competitive times.
Not really. No, we used to joke about it, the fact that our team was so bad at it, and then I started playing seniors when I turned 50, and a couple of guys I played with, they were really into it. So all of a sudden we got really good, but at the same time, we never settled some of the things they settle here based on LSD, like, positions in the draw, like if you're 5th or 6th or 7th or whatever it is, that was never ever decided by that. So yeah, but they have to shorten these spiels a little bit and make them be able to be 3 days or whatever.
And to those friends of ours who are across the ocean watching this game, Ohio, and we thank you very much for watching. Arigato gozaimasu. We are happy to have you here with us.
Yeah, exciting weekend, I think, for Curling Stadium, Dave, with some games being broadcast broadcast everywhere on YouTube, but with Japanese commentary as well. So I don't know if that's the first time. Jerry could certainly say that, but it's certainly the first time I've seen it in my little bit of time with the group, and it's kind of exciting.
And yes, and actually right now, Ona-san has a Japanese language broadcast of this going on right now.
Yeah.
So we might not see our usual banter in the chat, Jim.
No.
They're going to abandon us.
Yeah.
We're going to be so lonely.
Yeah, can't blame them though.
Well, no, I mean we've been able to step up, thankfully, to the good work of the folks in our office and improving our offerings. So it's a very exciting time for us, for sure.
So as usual, we have a whole lot of rocks in the 4-foot area here in the very first end.
And it is the hammer belonging to the team from Łódź, Poland. Now, that is spelled Lodz, but it is pronounced Łódź. And I only know that because that is my family's hometown.
Oh, go away. That's very interesting.
I spent a little bit more than a week there a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And no, I can't speak Polish. Well, the words I can speak, I probably shouldn't use on the air. I can say, excuse me, please, thank you. I'd like a pierogi, I'd like a beer. And then a lot of not nice words.
Well, I'll give you some credit, though, because it would have taken me a long time to get whoosh out of LODZ.
Yeah, well, you got to realize that the Romanized alphabet is not the alphabet that Polish is written in.
No. This is a pretty good shot right here.
I give a lot. Yeah, I give a lot of credit to people who are able to learn, who are either native English speakers who learn Polish or Polish speakers who learn English, because just having dove into the language just a little bit, oh boy, it's tough.
Yeah.
Just as tough as learning Japanese almost.
Yeah, Japanese strikes me as a really hard language to learn, and some of the ones you see every now and then, they're close enough that you feel like for a second or two you're thinking, is this like Dutch or is this English sort of thing, right? And then you realize, well, no, it's Dutch, but there's enough words in there that sound very, very similar that you feel like, well, I think I could learn this language if I had a desire to do so. But Japanese, Chinese, any of those, I just don't think I could ever master that.
I will give you one word in Japanese it's probably the most frequently used word. Sumimasen. It means excuse me. It's good for anything.
Yeah.
You need help? Sumimasen. You bump into somebody. Sumimasen. You want the waiter to come over. Sumimasen. Sumimasen works for everything.
Well, it might be close here.
Not a bad outcome.
No, we've got Scott Hammer here. Walczak and Augustyniak.
Well done. Well done indeed, Jim Nix.
I know, and that might be my one and only, so we'll I hope Keely's got that recorded somewhere. We could just play it back when I need it.
Oh, that was perfect. That was almost native.
Yeah, who said Poland was hard to learn? Polish was hard to learn, rather. Well, we got a little bit of a mess here.
Yeah, so what do you suggest that Koana and Aoki do here?
Just trying to figure out how many. This would be the last shot for this team?
This is the penultimate.
Okay. Penultimate for them. So they
yes.
Okay, two to come. Okay, so they're setting up different than most of the time that we have these events. Okay.
Well, they've switched even during this event during the course of a game.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Can you switch during a game? I knew you could switch.
You can switch. Yeah, after each end, you're able to change your order.
Yeah, actually, I did know that. I say that, and then I realized, no, I did know that. Well, let's wait till we see the house again, first of all.
Well, they're going to promote their own and chisel and chap, and at the end of the day, Shotstone still belongs to Koana and Aoki, but the team from which is threatening.
Yeah, it was a bit of a missed opportunity. That wasn't going to be a real hard shot. That rock had to curl another probably inch or two, and would have made a pretty nice little bump on the red, but just didn't curl enough.
Now,
interesting here. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually ran into both of these curlers. I believe, looking at them now, they look very familiar to me. I believe I ran into them in Füssen, Germany last summer.
Really?
Yeah, I was curling in a international, weekend event there, and one of those deals where you had 48 teams. You use that Schlenkel scoring system, and had a great time. Even got to play the last game against German curling royalty Andy Kapp.
Oh, go away. That is cool.
He is one heck of a nice guy, by the way.
Yeah. And he is royalty pretty much when it comes to curling in Germany too. So.
Oh yeah, I was asked to sub in at third, and my skip was about 23 years young, and he was basically, drooling over him. I'm like, yeah. He puts on his shoes the same way we did.
Yep. That's a very nice shot.
Oh, it is fantastic, and it leaves them line one for sure, really close for second. I believe second does belong to Koana and Aoki.
Yeah, you might be right. I was thinking it was sitting 2 when it was done, but now it doesn't really quite like that.
Walczak will be throwing the hammer, so tough spot for yellow here. Because that rock in the back four is very lonely and very gettable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And my goodness, you might almost be able to generate 4 or 5 if you're not careful here.
Yeah, a little indication there from the what should be the middle player, I guess. In this one, thought they might try that around the horn kind of shot for a minute, but
ooh, yeah, I don't like that. I like corner and freezing the shot stone right now. That way you're sitting first and third. You got to kill 2 rocks if you're gonna give up $1 million.
yeah, that's a tough shot though, Dave. That corner freeze on the one on the button, you mean?
That's what I was hoping for. I don't
Yeah.
think that's what they're gonna throw.
No. It looks like I'm going to probably try to blast the red.
But in all honesty, Jim, it doesn't have to be corner frozen. You just have to lie third.
Yeah.
Any way that you're lying third. If you're lying 1 and 3, there's a red rock in the middle. It's tough to get rid of both yellows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Tori's making that case right now.
We'll be able to tell in a minute.
I don't think I'm crazy with that thought.
No, I thought maybe they were looking at trying to, run the red into the crotch of the reds, get rid of 2 of the reds at least, and sit whatever that would be, probably 1, 2, something.
The other shot you could do is that red that right there at the L's in Martensville, run it into the yellow, kill the red on the top. Yours is going to scoot on back, but that's dangerous too.
Yeah.
We'll see what they end up settling on in here. Go Aoki. Puts it down. Looks like it's about board weight. Heavy board. Trying to carve it over.
Ooh, it's not
Gonna chisel it. Ooh. I don't think that helped, Jim.
No. I mean, the red's definitely counting 2. And
can they
probably draw for 3 or a little tap for maybe 4?
Tap for 4.
4 or 5, I suppose, if you make it really, really good. Not easy. And then there's coming off of this one too, which actually works.
That's probably easier.
Yeah, I think it's easier than the other.
And that is for a mid-full all day.
Yeah, that's for 4.
You sure it's not for 5?
Well, oh yeah. No, it could be for 5, you're right. The black red's a little closer than the front yellow, so yeah, it could be for 5. If you stick it, it would be 5 for sure.
So
that'd be a big end.
Andrzej makes his way back here. You see Andrzej throwing the first and last. A lot of times teams have the male player throwing the middles. Not the way this team has it set up.
No, both teams here are doing it this way, and I haven't seen that hardly ever. I don't know if I ever saw where both teams were having the male player throw first and fifth.
So Andrzej with the final stone of the first end, looking for a big 5-ender. This one is out wide.
Yeah.
It's out wide. It's staying wide. It's just on the nose. But they will get a deuce. Koana and Aoki dodge a bullet here. They'll be back with the hammer in 2 when we return.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Martensville. It was a deuce for Walczak and Augustyniak.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed opportunity there. It wasn't an easy double, but it was definitely a very makeable double for 5. And even if they don't make the double and they get the roll, they're going to get 3 at least. So, yeah, it'd be a bit disappointing for sure. But it's always nice to get a couple, but not when you have a good shot at getting 4 or 5.
Good first draw for them, the team from Łódź, who have a 2-0 lead with the Red Rocks. It is Koana and Aoki trailing by 2 here with the hammer. So here's Aoki. He's throwing the 1st and 5th this end. They have switched it up a couple times so far this spiel.
Pretty good. The red one went a little too deep for Adela and Andreas.
So the curling club in Łódź is the only dedicated ice in all of Poland.
Really? Is it 4 sheets?
I believe it's 3, but don't quote me on that. I visited Łódź during the summer, so I did not have the opportunity to go to the curling ice. Yeah, but this pair was definitely in Fusen. In fact, I actually think I broomstacked with Adela.
No, go away.
Yeah, I think she wandered over to our table at some point. Which is why I know that it's the only dedicated ice, because I never would have searched for it.
Yep. Has a very good shot there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, and just moved it back far enough for it still to be a helper if they try to get aggressive in getting rid of it.
Now, both these teams are, both, as you mentioned earlier, Jim 2-1, and Koana and Aoki ranked number 4 in the world coming in.
Wow.
We have 7 of the top 18 teams competing in this field, so no slouches, no gimmies here. It does look like we're going to have some tiebreaker draws later this evening. This one looks a bit spicy. Slides on back, and it's going to leave a pocket for their opponents here. Big miss, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. gives Adela and Andrzej a good shot here to set up pretty good angles and pretty good rock placement. They're going to go in, turn around this again, and just tap it up. I thought they might go out turn.
Well, I would say the advantage to throwing the in-turn, the left side, as we're looking from the long shot, is that you are angling things into the catchers just a little bit better.
Yeah.
That jersey is reminiscent of the old Houston Astros jersey.
It is, yeah. You really carve it over now. It's a little bit.
That's a little hot too.
Yeah.
But it does go into those catchers.
Yeah, I don't know if it improved anything though. I think it's it's back far enough now to be a bit of a problem the other way.
And I gave our Japanese fans a greeting. And remiss of me to say that we don't have fans watching from Poland. So, dziękuję. Appreciate you watching.
So giving this one some serious thought. This is a very similar double to what the opposition had the last in.
A little shorter, but yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit flat, but makeable to sit 3 or 4 here.
Might actually catch all 3, Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly, yeah. Get a little high on the red.
And we know Tori can bring the weight. Seeing her throw some absolute rockets. Got to be a lot of fast twitch muscles in that body. Go is just watching it come on down. Looks pretty darn close on the one, over the second, get all 3 moving. And by the time you're done, you are line 3. Great shot by Tori Koana.
Yeah, very good shot for sure. They didn't have to do anything. You'll have another look at it. Just really barely even cleaned it a little bit on the way down. It's always not a bad idea to keep a broom in front of it, but didn't need to at that weight, and comes in and actually, as you mentioned, moved the other red and came pretty darn close to sitting 4. But 3 is looking pretty good.
Yeah, so now for Walczak and Augustyniak. Gonna have to weld something in here. Welding into that back pocket is probably a great idea right now, Jim.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. You'll sit in there. You may not be shot, but you'll take away those back 2 stones, never to be used again, kind of thing. So, I think it would be a good shot. You don't want to be too heavy. Don't want to bounce anything around too much.
Andrzej's already on the carve. Now the straight. Past the guard. Is it going to get to where we need to be? That is picture perfect, Jim.
Yeah, that's really good. So frustrating if you're the opposition here and you just see basically most of your end taken away there with that shot.
Well, it's, I can hear every crotchety old curler saying, that's why you don't play behind the tee line.
Yeah. So important, especially in this game, to get that first, when you decide to come in, that you make sure that you keep that draw above the tee line. I think it's better to be above the tee line even in the 8-foot than it is to slide back to that stationary stone that they place there.
I think that's important with your second draw. I still like the first one to the back one, but I get it.
Yeah.
That's a change that they made a couple years ago in the mixed doubles game. It used to be back button was the placement. Now it's back 4.
Yeah, probably a little more consistent too as far as the rock placement, because some of the buttons are not all the same size. Surprisingly, at Halifax Curling Club last week for the Stu Sells Bonspiel, doing some games from there with the local squad, and they still use the small, whatever that is, 12-inch button or something, or maybe a little less.
Mhm.
Very small button, anyways.
Our club uses the ones that are this size, which is
Yeah, us too.
what the decals or decals, if you like,
Yeah.
usually come in. So go Aoki.
Should be close.
That squeaks by nicely, and now they lie too.
Yeah, that's another very nice shot.
We're going to draw right back on in. Let's take a look at that, Jim.
Yeah, you can see he's on it early just to make sure it doesn't get away from him at all. It's absolutely perfect weight, so once he realizes that, he gets to come off a little bit. Just ride it in there. Good shot. It's interesting, Dave, looking at that. She might have got away with bumping that a little bit harder, moving that yellow back a little further. Wouldn't have changed very much as far as the placement of the stones around the button. Looking at it now, you might have got away with that and had maybe an opportunity to get that red one out of there. But you're still sitting 2, I think, if you're yellow.
Andres wants another look at this real quick. They aren't contemplating throwing weight at this, are they?
I can't see it. They have a 2-0 lead, right? We've got our scoreboards a little bit.
Yeah, our
back.
scoreboard's flipped right now.
Yeah.
That will unflip shortly.
Yeah. Yeah, you would like to generate more than a couple points here, but I think you've got to make sure that you have a really good situation to get a 3-ender here, even for the yellow team if you're not careful. But see where he puts this. Doesn't have a good position for any of it, though, Dave. Really, it's going in turnaround, I think. And I don't know if he can even get shot. Can he? He doesn't.
You can't get shot. No, there's shots. That's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
So Andre's taking over the sweep on his own rock. Adela will watch the line. This one looks pretty darn good. The weight just has to nestle on in there. Cozy on in. That's about almost as good as you could have thrown it.
Yeah, really nice shot, really. It's just, I think, I'm thinking yellow sitting 2 here, but I'm not 100% on that.
Well, if they're sitting 2, do you ever get bold enough to come around on the out turn, try to just scooch past the guard, catch a little piece of it, and try to grab a 3? Because you'll come in contact with your own. That's fine, though. It's because it's going to jam straight back in the red and be okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing where you can tap your yellow and get the shooter to give you that third shot. Because I don't know where the.
I'm thinking you're going to come around this way, and this is what they're calling.
Yeah.
They're going to try to come around with a just back 12-foot weight, maybe. Get past the guard, grab just a scudge of that red, and leave their shooter for shot. Because they don't have to move that red far. And if they move it just a touch, I think there's enough room to lie 3. Worth a shot at least.
Well, that's not what he's playing.
Or they can throw an absolute missile.
Yeah.
Absolute missile on the out turn. Can't go around the horn and up. Holy Toledo, Ohio, I think it might have. It's 1 for sure. It's a second for sure now. Is it all 3? I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good shot. I didn't know for sure if it was there. And we're going to have another look. Yeah,
One more look at that.
A little tap, and all of a sudden it came with the 7-second peel weight shot. And they just didn't bother sweeping this one at all. Big bounce. It's close.
Well, we'll find out the score when we come back from Martensville after this on Curling Stadium.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
And welcome back to Martensville. And that was a 3-ender for Koana and Aoki. And if we have it, let's take one more look at that, Jim.
Sure. So you're going to see here, he opts to throw the in-turn peel weight, basically hitting the rock right by the broom. And on the in-turn, which surprised me a little bit, I thought he would have thrown the same ice on the out-turn. Comes in, hits it half a rock, jumps it over. And the question was it 3? Dave called it 3, and he was right.
We were talking in the break. The biggest reason I never looked at that is because there is no way on God's green earth I can make that.
No. Yeah, that's a weight that, a lot of curlers have now, and at this level for sure, but it's not something we ever had in our day, probably even in your day, mostly Dave. So,
I can throw it that hard. I just don't know where it's going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's better than me because I can't even throw it that hard now. So, this looks pretty good coming in here. Little bounce. Wood behind the tee. It's good.
Definitely one of our top 10 curling shots of the year right now, I would say.
Yep. Number 8.
Yeah, I would say top 3 or maybe even top 1 is that one a couple weeks ago by Walter Huskins with that little shimmy and shaft through the middle. That was really cool too. So with all that said, we got another end to play here, and it's the team for Woods trailing by 1.
It should work out.
That comes down pretty nicely from Adela Walczak.
Yeah, everybody on the sheet pretty much has control of the draw weight nicely, and you really need to have that, particularly in this game. You have to have it all the time now, but certainly in mixed doubles you need to have that. But we don't see that all the time where everybody seems to have a pretty good handle on draw weight.
We got the draw weight. We got the bullet weight going. This is going to be... I got my popcorn ready. So this team from Nagano and Hokkaido going to be heading to Kelowna for the last chance qualifiers to represent Japan in the Olympic Games in Cortina.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see that when I first saw that back, I don't know when it was, a month ago or something. I had to do a double take on that.
Well, that venue in Cortina is going to be absolutely beautiful for curling. Was able to be there for the World Juniors. Perfect building for curling.
What would be the capacity in that building, Dave?
Oh, roughly? I'd say it seats 3,000, 4,000 when they added the temporary grandstand in.
Yeah.
Possibly, I'd say 4,000 easily.
Okay. It's a pretty good number.
Because they're actually going to be removing the area where the Cortina Curling Club is temporarily to put up additional stands.
Okay.
It's in an existing ice facility, and the Cortina Curling Club has basically a tent inside the larger building with where they have a 3-sheet curling club. It's a relatively interesting setup, but that way they can climate control and humidity control their space a little bit better. But they have the ability of, I believe the ice is made there by the roll-up mats, so they're just going to roll them up, put them in the back, build the stands, have the Olympics, and it's going to be a great place. Beautiful town, too. If anyone's making the trip to Cortina, Croto Cafe right there as you walk up the hill. It's one of the first cafes you come to. Great folks. There's my free plug for the boys at Croto.
Well, this was a pretty good shot, but I think you need a little bit more of a bump than he got. Got a chance here, just hit the yellow on the red and remove that.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Now, I don't know what exactly that will do for you. It depends on where you want to go with the shooter. I like that spot just to kind of leave my shooter right there. It's a bit risky here. You got to be real careful here for the next couple of rocks.
Yeah, both teams are showing that they have come to play here.
Absolutely.
And it looks like where you have Hatfields and McCoys divided by the center line here.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're as equally baffled by this as we are. I mean, it's not really a lot of good places. There's no good to be made by hitting any of those reds, really. I think chunking that middle one out is the best you're going to do, but then they're just going to throw the same shot back, I would think.
Yeah. Got a couple of rocks each to come here.
If I had to, this end looks like 2 red to me, but we'll see how it works out. Tori Koana.
It looked wide from where I am here.
Holding it straight more now, so it's curling up nicely just past the guard. Only going to get a little chunk.
Let's have number 2 now, though, I think, Dave.
Yeah, they are number 2, Rock. Number 3 belongs to the poles.
Yeah, they need to hold that a little straighter or take a little ice or whatever. Whatever it would take to hit that Now another 2 inches to the right as we look at it on long view here. A little thinner, anyways. And they could have made the shot on the red. It's a shot rock, which would have left them sitting one. But
And getting some information here. The tiebreakers, the teams involved in the tiebreakers right now are going to be Matsumura, Eminem, Kim, and Jung, and the loser of this game. So the winner is going to advance.
okay.
The loser is going to have to play another game right after this. So a lot at stake right now. One of them being a good night's sleep. Andrzej's working this one. It's coming on over. It's going to get that tap raise.
Man, it's going to be tough for yellow to score here. Red should have a good shot at getting a couple.
Yeah, it still
might have
looks.
to guard it up.
You may absolutely have to, because right now, if yellow doesn't throw, you hit the outside top red into the other one. It chunks out the yellow, and that's 3.
Yeah.
So I would agree guarding that side might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not loving this shot. I don't know that this is going to have a real positive effect for you. You're going to hit this. The yellow is going to take the red out, but it's probably going to bounce over top of the other yellow, and your shooter's also going to go left. So I think it's going to be an open.
I think it's
view
easier
to
for
the-
3.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
It's either going to be open or it's going to be a little slash. And
I think if I'm him, you better hope he hits this pretty thin, because I think anything other than thin, and it's going to leave not a good situation.
final stone from Aoki. Well, he is going to catch it very, very thin. Well, just what you ordered there, Jimmer. And now, you know what? That might have been just good enough to make this only 2.
Yeah. I think you could do this 2 ways. You can play the tap on the red for 2. You could play a quarter rock hit on this one. Yeah, what they're looking at now. The yellow goes, should miss the other. The yellow with the second yellow that's biting the button should miss the other on the button. And I think at the end of the day, you should score 2 on this. There is a bit of a risk that it drags into your yellow at the back of the button, which would mean you'd only get 1 at the end of it. But
the tap is the do no harm shot.
it is, and it's a hard shot for 2, but it might be definitely safer than the double for 3. And I don't even think it is for 3. I think it's
I think it's only for 2 also.
Yeah. So this is probably the right shot, really.
Okay, so Augustyniak goes back. He gets ready. Looking to just raise that red on the outstretched hand of the Martensville man onto the button. Final stone event number 2. Or 3. He's hard on the carve. Might get away with it with a little wiki whack, and he did. And they get the score of 2. So hang 2 for red. It's a 4-3 advantage. Koana and Aoki have the hammer in the 4th when we return to Martensville.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Welcome back to end number 4 of the Aly Jenkins Memorial Doubles Tournament here at the Martensville Curling Club on Curling Stadium and SSN. I'm Dave Schmel. Jim Nix is on my right hand, and Kaylee is running all the production, spinning the knobs, pushing the levers, making all this magic happen. We have quite a good game between Walczak and Augustyniak and Koana and Aoki.
Yeah, it's been a battle for sure, Dave, and it's been, the game has probably been a little slower than these games usually are, but not in a bad way, because there's been so many rocks in play and so many good shots and good shot attempts that it's been pretty easy to watch. And the last shot they just made to get their 2, a little tiny bit fortunate, but because you get the little spin off, but still just the same, pretty good effort and then safest shot to play and a nice deuce.
Yeah, they played that shot which had the tolerance.
Yeah.
Whereas going the other way, it was never there. So here we have Aoki. First draw from Andrzej came to the top 4. This one just wicks the guard. That's going to go out of the ring, so.
Yeah, that hurts.
That's one of our first full misses this game. Tells you how well it's been played.
Yeah. It was pretty heavy. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to, maybe they're trying to come around, bump that red one back, I guess, but usually in this situation, you just come down, sit on the corner of it, and let the end take its whatever direction it's going for a couple of minutes.
And Andres is going to come on down. We see we need a measure on a sheet. We'll give you a score update maybe after this end. Give you an update of what's going on. A lot of playoff implications here. But this is the game which has the most implications. One of these teams will go directly into the playoffs, and one will have to fight their way through a tiebreak. So Andres getting really close to that guard himself, and that also ticks, but it only just kind of caressed it, so it ends up in an okay spot.
Just thinking of the measure, we were talking about the measure a second ago. Dave, do you ever see the day that we all the curling clubs just have the laser measure rather than have the stick and have to go through that?
No.
You don't? No. Okay.
I get it for the LSD, but the stick is almost easier than the laser. in my humble
Yeah.
opinion, and I think it's this. I'm gonna get flack for this. I think it's more accurate.
I would probably at one time agree with that, but I don't. I think it's close enough now that it
Just heads
wouldn't
up,
be-
Dave. You're right based on what Kim Tuck tells me from Canada Curling Stone. Is the dial on the full stick is more accurate than the laser measure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thanks, Jerry. You know, I'm the son of a machinist, and I literally have a dial indicator, pair of verniers, and a micrometer sitting on my dining room table right now. So I find it hard to believe that the laser can measure. I can measure with my hand and a micrometer down to a 10,000th of an inch, and those lasers can't do that. And you have the two different indicators there. So you have the two versions. The one a lot of times you see on TV is the one from Canada Curling Stone. That has the hundredths very exaggerated, so you can see it better on TV. Then you have the other version, which they have both versions here at Martensville. I was interesting to see that, where it's much more of a machinist style indicator. And then my club has both this one and another one that's even more accurate, which measures down to the thousandth. So yeah, I believe in the stick.
Okay.
And even when we do skip stones, the way I tell people to do skip stones is just get the stick out, take a reading, put the stick back in the ice, and then go back around again.
take a reading and then go back around and remeasure, you mean?
Well, yeah, after the opponent throws. So you don't know how far it is, but you just know that you bolted down the micrometer and it went to 3 or 3.5 or 30. And you just lock it down there and walk it off the ice. And if the other stone beats it, well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's very easy, very simple. If once you know how to do it, it's faster, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you're just going to decide on last rock draw or last shot, a hammer rather, for one shot, then I would agree for sure.
And I get it for measuring the LSDs because you're measuring 8 of them at a time. But for the individual shots, I am of the belief that the stick is a more accurate measuring. So, and Kim Veal from Kim Veal Tuck from Canada Curling Stone is certainly someone I would trust as an authority on that. So taking a look here, Koana and Aoki not really in the best spot with the hammer right now, Jimmer.
No. No, who's got hammer here?
That would be yellow.
Yeah, Koana, yellow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they just played the draw there rather than the hit to get a little aggressive on that. But the problem is it curls so much here that you can probably get around it and get right to yours.
So Adela throws it. Andrzej is going to sweep it.
He's going to have to work hard to get this one over far enough, I think.
Now, we've had a lot of good finish there, and he waited on the carve until it was actually moving, which is the most important thing for that.
It's a very good shot.
And if you're Tori and go here, that's a tough double to pick and make it. Can you even get the red over the top?
No, I don't think so. No. I think you're going to have, if you want to sit 2 here, you're going to have to hit the one on the edge of the forefoot and try to roll into the back of the button if you can get there. Real tough situation, because if you don't do something with that, they can buy the guard, by 3 inches or whatever last time. So they probably can get by the guard a little tighter than that and bump yours out, which would be very difficult. No, they're talking backline weight here.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little hit and flop. Sit 2. You better get some sort of roll on this, Dave, because if you leave it right there, it's a pretty easy double. And you won't have a lot to work with.
Yeah, so danger sirens going off for Tori and Go here. And still trying to figure out what their course of action is here.
Yeah. I think they're playing a little hit and roll on the red and the edge of the 4-foot there. Half of the 4-foot.
Yeah, well, after the second end, then we thought we knew the shot, then a 5-second peel came out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, no. I do think we're safe in assuming that she's not throwing a high hard one here.
So watch this one come in. It's going to start to take the break. They're going to get the
Really
chip.
close.
And is that roll going to be perfect? Oh, would need to be just a skosh slower.
Yeah, I had to hit just a hair thinner, but man, a heck of an effort there. Just perfect weight.
It looks like they're just going to hit this one here. Do you think that if Augustyniak throws an absolute laser at this, he can actually clear them both?
I think so, yeah, but he's going to have to throw it pretty hard because if he throws just a regular hit, he's going to make contact with the yellow, but it might get out enough that you force to one, but it's not going to go all the way out here. So if you want to be shot rock, you're going to have to throw this really hard. No, that's not what he's throwing.
No, he's just throwing a normal hit here.
Yeah.
This has less of a chance of flashing as he carves it, so I hope I didn't curse it. Now he's got it. So it'll be a draw to the button for 2.
Yeah, that was tough. They were going to have enough nerve to play that much thinner to have a chance to move that or the yellow one. And you had to hit just probably a quarter of a stone or less, and you might have been able to move it out far enough to.
And would have had to been with a lot more weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Too high of a risk to take when you have the lead.
Yeah.
And I think both teams have already gotten the sense that freebies are not coming in this game.
No.
So final stone of the 4th end, go Aoki. Needs to put this one down. It needs to sit down, and it will not. It's going to be a single point. So 4-4 is the score after 4. We'll be back with more in just a moment here on Curling Stadium.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
And welcome back. It's all tied up here after 4 in Martensville. And taking a look around the rings, starting over here on sheet 1, we see Bray and Rios all over Justin Sherpin by a score of 9-3. Then we have our game. And over on sheet 3, it is Gill and Hewitt listed as having a 5-point lead, but we don't see that. That looks like 3-1. Oh, there's Gill and Hewitt. That's on sheet 4. Sheet 3 is Ingrid and Tinuik over Simpson Dirksen by a score of 3-1.
Got her.
And just as smooth as sandpaper, that gets you all caught up. But we've had one heck of a game for us thus far.
Yeah, it's been really good, actually. It's there's enough misses to keep it interesting, but it's been pretty well curled for sure, and there's always been rocks in play, and that makes it fun for everybody.
So bringing this one on in, it is red with hammer. Just slides to the tee line, so teams have a little case of the heavies here, Jim.
Yeah, they just got a little bit too aggressive on the broom on that, and need to kind of just be a little bit patient on that, let it curl a little bit more, and then try to carve it in there. You probably could have got it over a little bit more if you just swept it a little tiny bit less, but as we said a number of times here, that's one thing in this game that's happened a fair bit is people have slid just behind the tee line. It has taken away a lot of big scores, but it's kept the game good. So
on the way from Walczak, Augustyniak on the brush. Tats up, and they said shot stone for sure, really close for a second, but a lot of time to burn between now and then.
Yep. Some of these little tap backs and, very, very lightweight hits, and just gotta, sometimes they underthrow them a little bit, really. It's, you don't want to throw a ton of weight, but you got to sometimes create a little more space at the back there to fit one of yours through eventually, and it would seem to always end up with a bit of a wall back there. But we have seen number 2, so it's not been all singles or anything like that.
We even saw a 3.
That's right. Working hard on this.
Well, if Aoki was cold, he's not now. Still shot stone belonging to Polish squad. City of Łódź is a city of about 500,000 people, Jim.
Oh, really? Wow. It's not like
Not,
a little
yeah,
small
not small
place.
at all.
Yeah.
little east of Warsaw. Originally was a hub of textiles. Now the former textile mills have been gentrified and rejuvenated into a whole beautiful urban redevelopment. It's really, really nice. And I got to see the ballet and the Philharmonic.
Oh, boy.
Ticket to the Philharmonic was 53 zloty, which was $12 US.
Wow.
When I went there, I asked the person in the box office if they spoke English. She just shook her head no. She looked like she had been sitting in the box office since, well, frankly, Stalin. And but we worked it out, do the wonders of Google Translate, and smiles and nods.
Yeah.
Really a high-level orchestra, too.
Oh, I bet. I would imagine almost anywhere you go in the world, when you see one of those orchestras, they're going to be pretty special.
It was literally footsteps away from my Airbnb.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure I rent it from a cousin. So, Adela asking Andres to get this one home. Wanting to get to the inside, and they do. All right, Jim. So, shot stone currently belongs to Koana and Aoki. Second stone is red. Then third goes back to the Japanese squad. So, but all importantly, the red stones are in front of the tee.
Yeah, a couple options, I guess. Here, one would be the intern onto the yellow that's on the overhead. It's like on the right hand side, half on the button and half in the forefoot. Could certainly do that. It would bounce off your other one. Your red probably ends up sitting, well, one for sure, maybe two, maybe three. But when you're done that, but it's a very difficult shot. You can also come around on the outturn side and just touch up the red one that's on the button, or touch up the other one if you wanted to bump it, in on the yellow. But that would be much harder to get to. So.
And it turns out Go did warm up with that last brush. He just lost the jacket.
Yeah.
So Tori Stone is on the way. Coming on the intern. This needs to work a little bit. It's going to just chap the red.
I would have thought you'd take that, try to get that by that one.
I would have thought so. I would have thought so too, Jim.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the intended outcome.
No.
And he wasn't sweeping frantically, so.
Yeah, it made you feel a little bit like they wanted to be on the top one, but there wasn't really enough of anything happen weight-wise to make that. So yeah, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. If he had to come by and tap the yellow, he's probably still only going to. Yellow's still probably going to just sit one, but it's in just that little bit better spot when you're trying to generate maybe a steal.
So now this sets up the outturn tap, which will have them line two with another one right up on top in great position. Just making sure they got all their details set up. She kicks and deals. Augustyniak on the carve now. Needs to get up a little bit more. Oh, that just under curled. I think you might get away with it, but it was suboptimal.
Yeah. Yeah, not real good at all, I don't think, really.
So that, and right there, that leaves it there. Can you ever get action on both of those reds? I think it's possible. Not likely, though.
Yeah, I don't think the top red's going to go anywhere. It's the problem. No matter where you hit all that, everything else behind it, it's going to sit right there.
I think a great thing to do is just to draw into the inside corner of the red stone on the tee line.
Right about there. Just kind of where she's pointing out.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's the shot.
That takes a lot away. Now, what will be left is Andres will be able to hit that little 3 centimeters that he can see of his own, and that would master blaster him. I have to see what the angles look like after the stone gets there, but I can see that little bit there. And now I'm looking for around the horn.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
No, neither am I.
So yellow's just one right now, right? I think yellow's shot.
Yeah, yellow's shot for one. Once again, a tightly played game. Just a couple half shots this end, one from each team. So here's the final stone. The squad from Japan, Go Aoki, sends it on the way. This one is hanging. Could be a disaster. And I think it is. So it's still one yellow, but not for long. That tap is almost easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was really trying to do there. I thought they were going to play the same shot that you had mentioned, Dave, where they were going to throw a little freeze into that one, because I didn't see much else was going to happen there. So
yeah, that one baffles me a lot, Jimmer. I won't lie.
Yeah. I think
this is where I wish I was tuning into our other broadcast and could listen on the universal translator, put on my meta glasses or something. They say those things only last like 3 hours.
Oh, is that right? I didn't even heard of those.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll talk to you in the break. Big shot here. This is much more important than silly sunglasses. Opportunity for Adela and Andrzej to score 2.
So I'm thinking he's going out turn tap on his red.
Yeah, a little out turn in. Yeah, and frankly, it's for 2 all day.
Yeah.
And with the right spin, it might be there for 3.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think the shooter's going to be a little too high for that. But regardless, you got to get the 2 first.
It's going to be close.
It'll be close, yeah. Because he'll be spinning the right way when he comes off of that one.
Final stone of end number 5. Hops up on the brush. Adela is going to stand back and call the line. Trying to walk it over right from the bit. Can it get there? Going to get there for the tap. It's going to get to the rock. Does it have enough weight to move it? It does for one, I think. It's very, very close. I think they have one. They're looking very closely at the second one. It's one red all day.
On the left, the one on the left.
Yeah, the one on the left, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine with that. Now they're going to take a good look at these. And they agree that it is indeed 2 red.
Wow.
So they take a 2-stone lead. Nice shot there. We'll be back from Martensville after this.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock.
Welcome back to Martensville. It's the 6N, and it is time for the power play. Tori, Koana, and Aoki have chosen to take this time for the power play. So the key differences there is that those pre-placed stones, Jim, are placed off to the side instead of the middle.
Exactly, yeah. In theory, you should be able to develop a couple extra points this way without having to have a rush to the center and not have anything count, but came up short on this one, which is not a help.
Now you see Andrzej's tried to throw the come around there. Now, a very common strategy that we see is that people would push their guard into the rings. You can't remove one of these pre-placed stones, but you can move it around and shimmy it, and you're allowed to use your shooter. So
yeah,
I would say the push shot is probably the most common thing. By leaving that guard, now 3 is way more in the cards.
Well, exactly, yeah. We were talking about that the other day. It's yeah, not sure what they're going to do with that. I still expect to see them tweak a rule somewhere along the way, but for now, that's what it is. And the concept was good, the idea was good. I just don't know if it actually works quite the way they want it to work. But just
well, it's working. It looks like it's going to work this end. But ultimately, you go back and look at the rules and the history of the game. The good teams find a way to beat the rules.
Yeah.
Because they just get better at it.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the cream still rises to the top.
Yeah.
That one was a hair too deep. Gives them an out here, Jim.
Yeah, for sure. They get a chance to come around and take this away. Girls nicely going that way, so it's interesting you say that, Dave. It's I know here in Nova Scotia for many, many years they used to play a provincial, as they did in Manitoba, play a double knockout provincial, and was a double knockout from, geez, I don't know, way back in the day, 48 teams or something to 15, and then another double knockout. And they finally changed it, but they changed it because they figured it wasn't fair to the good teams, and it probably wasn't, to be honest. But if you went through 15 years and picked who should win in that particular year, I'd say 14 of them were who should have won no matter what the format was. So it really wasn't as bad as they thought, I think. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with you. As somebody who runs a bonspiel myself, I've divided 32 teams into 8 pools, and so you're seeding them with your 8 best contenders, and usually you end up with 6 of them making the A event.
Yeah. There's a nice shot.
there's always going to be an outlier.
Yeah.
And some would argue that that's why the U.S. in their Olympic trials made it a best of 3.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Team Casper again on their win, and they're going to be going to Koana.
And we're using that same best of 3 final here in Canada too this week, actually.
I think it's a good answer. I really do.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could convince TV to go with that. That was the big thing. I thought that they don't like to have a game that isn't the final game sort of thing, and then they have to block time, and you may never need that time. So anyway, whatever. They've obviously managed to work that out, and I'm going to use that.
Well, I can always put on a replay of the dating game.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably couldn't do that. It's probably not politically correct anymore.
You say I can't ask you, Jim, where the funniest place you made whoopee is?
No, probably can't.
Well, please don't answer.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'll ask you. I don't know if I want to hear the answer.
I was trying to think. I don't think I'm allowed to say that anyways. Unless maybe, well, never mind. We won't go any further than that.
The many layers of the onion that is Jim Nix.
Playing the 6th or playing the 7th? Playing the 6th.
Yeah, we're playing the 6th.
Okay.
I think we advanced the hammer and that advanced the end.
Oh, okay.
There's certain parts of the score bug that are automatic. There we go. Counting is fun. Math is hard.
Well, it's just we count on those guys so much more than we think we do. Sometimes we're followers sometimes, and just whatever they put up there, we're going with. So some nice shots around this corner here.
Yeah, that's not a bad spot for it because, you're sitting shot now guarded.
Yeah.
On your opponent's power play. And honestly, to get to this spot, because let's not forget, going back in the end, they missed the first draw.
Exactly.
And left an extra guard.
Yeah, gonna have to try to move this, I think. The ends go so quickly with only 5 rocks. You start out and you think you're good, and then all of a sudden it's like, geez, we only had 2 more shots. And sometimes it takes 3 shots to get to the shot rock, so that's never any good.
And now they're trying to figure out these angles here.
Yeah, I think you got a couple options here. You can go with a little bit firm weight and try to just, not quite get to the nose and pick it out that way. Or you can kind of go with a little lighter weight, bump it back onto your yellow one, get shot rock, and leave your shooter right there. So the shooter now is only, a foot outside the rings or less and in a pretty good position. So that's probably the better way. It just might be a little bit tougher to do it.
So here's Tori.
Harder to tell for Tori sometimes because she starts every shot with the opposite handle. So not quite sure what she's playing sometimes. This is obviously not curling as much as they want.
Just going to pick the red and actually make their opponent's rock a little bit better.
Yeah, got rid of the guard and makes them make a guard again. But it doesn't, you have a lot of wiggle room with this guard as far as where it ends up. So it's going to be tough. Going to be tough to get them out.
Yeah, just throw the guard again for sure.
Yep.
Alternatively, you could split the house here too. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
it's a tight split, but it can certainly be accomplished. There's a low enough quantity of stones remaining that you could pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah, you could, because you split and they have to play something, and then you hit the other side, and then they have to take one. So,
You almost have to assume the power play is going to come back the other way now,
yeah.
provided that Koana and Aoki are able to score. That is not a gimme at the moment, Jim.
No, definitely not. No.
That's a good guard.
Yeah, plenty good enough. Yeah. So we've only got a couple rocks each to come here. So.
I mean, you can certainly chap it off, but I don't know, Jim. It's
Really tough. I don't think.
That's in there good.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting in there without running something into it.
So if you run that, I guess the most runnable stone is probably the middle red.
Well, no, I think the outside or the high, the center line red is probably the safest one. Where the middle one, I think, if you get through the port and run it into the yellow, you may just pick the yellow out, which you wouldn't want. So this way, it almost has no choice but to go up against the reds if it makes contact.
My oh my. Tough sledding right now. Gonna go for it. Tori Koana on the run back. Aoki just watching it glide. A couple licks now on it. Push it back. You get the run. You spin your opponent's rock in, but overall, a pretty good outcome, Jim.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good shot, and unfortunate to not end up with shot rock after that was over. And maybe even end up a little bit. Well, I guess you can't get to that, so it's okay that way. This would be an interesting call here, Dave. I think you're going right around on this. Yeah, he's talking about right there. I think, the guard's great, but at the same time, you just leave something to be run. You leave some scary situations. So, and if it ever doesn't curl enough, you have a hole. So I like actually coming right in on the yellow, but they're not going to go there. So.
I'm kind of with you, Jim. I like that shot, but a little tap and forcing a play on it is also good. Well, they're going to come back and reconsider here.
I don't think you want to play the tap just because of the potential to set up a double becomes more.
Up there at the top 12, that's not bad.
No.
You want to get super greedy, you draw around the back four. It probably gives them a target to draw to, though.
Mm-hmm.
You make any steal on your opponent's power play, and then you throw a power play back in their face.
Yeah.
Potentially in the eighth. Oh. You could change the game right now with this shot.
Yeah, and it's a couple of things are tempting, but at the end of the day, the guard is probably the easiest shot to throw here, given that it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I mean, if the guard is just biting the center line, even, it's fine, as long as you don't go too deep with it. That'll be the question here.
The $64,000 question.
Yeah.
You're old enough for that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
$64,000. You're almost eligible for assistance now.
Yeah.
So, Augustyniak.
So I'm thinking he's playing the guard.
That is the face of a guard. I do find it amusing that I have not yet seen Adela actually sweep one of Andres'
Yeah, I know, yeah.
rocks.
Yeah.
She comes down, but
She has good intentions. So it's curling a little further probably than they'd like. Yeah, maybe a little bit further than they'd like, but it's
is
not
it
easy.
accessible enough? I don't know, Jim.
It's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know if they can go through there and get enough on it. Now they're looking at. Are they looking at raising the red? I thought at first she was looking at the yellow, but I don't think the yellow fit. I don't think yellow goes.
They're trying to figure out if the yellow goes. Now, the only way this ever works is if you come at it with the out turn. It's a good 16 feet away. Now, don't forget, the stone assumes the other handle.
Yeah.
It will actually curl past that. I don't know if it will curl enough, but it will move probably a couple inches.
Yeah.
Or they could just if you throw a bomb at, you know what? Oh my goodness. If you throw a bomb at it and just catch the edge of the red, you're going to bang into the other yellow, which takes out the other red, and you score 4.
Yeah. It must look a little different from ice level than it does here, Dave, because it does from here. It does not look like it's possible to go.
Well,
by
get your
that.
popcorn ready. Final stone of the 610. Go Aoki. Going for a bingo shot here. And that's B13. It's not going to work out. It's a steal of 1. And they'll trail by 3. We'll be back in a moment.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
And welcome back to Martensville. And we almost had some real fireworks there, but it ended up being a steal on the opponent's power play for Walczak and Augustyniak.
Yeah, potential there for 4 for Koana and Aoki, and it was going to take a spectacular shot, but we were ready for that, Dave. But unfortunately,
yeah, 100% ready for it.
But unfortunately, he just never really gave it a chance. It just was on the outside all the way, so they didn't even really have to try to do anything with it. So
after this shot, if we have it in the can, it'd be worth taking a look at. This one's going to wick off the guard. Oh, he didn't want to do that. Wheels are starting to jiggle a little bit here. Here it is. So the idea is you just had to catch just a whisker of it.
Yeah.
So he comes out and he's going to watch it go down. He knows it doesn't have a chance, but
yeah,
had to just catch the inside edge of that red, and then boom goes the dynamite you would have scored for.
Yeah. Yeah. Never really had a chance to get there. So, well, the last 7th end I saw, Dave, was last night, and it was a big 4-ender. So for a team that was losing at that time 7-2, I think it was.
It was. That was one heck of a game, Jim.
Yeah. And
so has this been. This has been
yeah.
a great affair between these two squads.
Yeah, so my point is, no time to be given up.
No, absolutely not. And just there, that is actually a half a shot because that is crossed the wrong way. But it's about making the right freeze now. I think you want to make a freeze rather than moving something right now because you need to get that big end.
Well, I think you're gonna play a little bit of scoreboard management here, and you've got to attempt to score a bunch, and I think the freeze is the best option there. The hit is really difficult to get. Might be difficult to even hit it, but if you do hit it, there's a good chance you roll out. Have to play with pretty lightweight, and you might not get the red out. Well, that's a problem too. So
looks like they are playing some variation of hit. I like, for myself, I like a freeze, half a rock on the outturn side.
Yeah, me as well.
Maybe a little thicker than that, but want to make it so it's keyed up to fire on your own for the double takeout. That's possible.
Yeah.
So here's Tori. They are throwing down weight. Might be just looking for a little shift and shaft. Pass the guard. And got a little jiggle. They want to get theirs underneath their own. They did. But that's
I
going to
think
invite...
it was a very... Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think if you were scoring that shot, you'd certainly score full marks for it. I think she did all that she could do with it. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. But they do have 3 rocks in the house now, which was... you had to get some of them in there. So they've got them. 2 of them are wide open, but not a gimme double. So,
you talked about scoreboard management. May you just fire away on that double. But you're right. That's not the easiest one.
No.
Always something to be said for just throwing another one in. Because they're keyed up very well on that one in the back 4. The pre-placed stone is still sitting there right where it started. Adela settles into the hack. And she's coming at this with some weight, taking on the double. Andrzej walks it down. And that's probably good enough. Didn't clear it all the way out. They sit 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good shot. It's tough here now because you probably do need to play a hit that you don't really want to be playing yet. But you have a chance here if you can make the double off the 2 highest reds to sit 2 of them buried behind the center guard. So that would be a very positive result. Down this many points, you'd like to not be throwing those sorts of shots, but you're probably going to make the triple if you make the double here. So triple doesn't necessarily help, but they also indicate, well, we can hit and roll in. That's true. But you could do that with a draw, basically.
Always sounds neat to say I made a triple, though.
Yeah. Not sure how to say that. I don't think I think that's foreign to my lips. Even though it's been a long career, but I'm not sure there's ever made a triple. Not on purpose, anyway.
Pick this one up immediately. Gotta hold it out there. Can you get by? No. And he does his best Fred Astaire job through the rings.
It was smooth.
So taking a look at our other games, Pere and Rios finished off Justin Sherpin, score of 11-4. 8-2 Ingram Tenuik over Simpson Dirksen, and 9-1 Gil Hewitt over Ye Yu. And this is our last game on the ice.
It looks like we picked the right one to do, Dave.
Yep, and the winner goes and qualifies, and the losing team has to play in the tiebreakers virtually immediately after this draw. We'll have the coverage for you. It'll be Dave Wills and Jason Chang. But we have some work left to do here. And this one gets picked up right away. Now, a little bit less concerned. Concerned the other direction. Make the contact. Remove your opponent's rock. And you sit a very rectangular 4.
Yeah, it's a pretty darn good setup right now if you're red for sure. I actually thought they might just hit the open yellow one just for ease of whatever and recognizing you're up 3. But they opted for the little bump hit and she made it perfectly.
I think that is almost as symmetrical as I've ever seen for curling stones.
Yeah. Especially all the same color even. So I'm thinking she's probably got to hit something. Hit half rock here, hit the backside of that red, and just shimmy down to the freeze on the one outside of the Blue Man Group guy.
Are they still a thing?
I think they do. I think they're still around. I've never ever seen them, but I believe they still are still out there.
So here's Tori.
Ooh, running this a little different than I thought.
Yeah, she's bringing the sword of Damocles at it. She's trying to actually maybe even get 3 if she can. 1, 2, 3. There it is.
That's a nice shot.
Didn't get all the way up, but close enough. Take a look at that again, Jim.
So the intern hit. I thought she'd probably be playing the center one and just trying to get a couple, but she was trying the center one and trying to get all 3. And really close, well swept, a little tiny bit. Move that one out, sitting 1-3. Needs a little bit of good luck here to have a good chance for 2, but probably gonna have to be a double.
That's where all those vice skips in the 4-player game would say, that's why I cleaned the ice behind that path before.
Yeah.
That would have rolled out if it was pre-polished.
Yeah. Always seems a little questionable on rules for me that. No, you're allowed to do it. It doesn't feel quite right, so.
Yeah, you're allowed to clean debris.
Ooh, this could be bad.
It's
not
not
gonna
good.
Get it out.
That is a huge miss. Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely is. I never even considered they'd have a shot for 3.
Wow. Just put it out on the delivery there.
Yeah, it was very difficult to miss that shot, even if it overcurls and hits on the low side. So you take your own out, but you're sitting 1, and he's going to get a couple maybe, but that's all. It was very, very hard to finish that in with them having a hit for 3, but they've got it. Now they got to make it.
So go Aoki. Final stone of the 7th end. They need this one to tie the game. He throws it, looked a little bit soft out of his hand.
I
They
thought that
think
too,
they
but
like
they're
the
not.
line now.
Yeah. That's a beauty.
That's a beauty, Clark. And it's good for 1, 2, 3. And we're going to be tied up coming home. Grab your popcorn. We'll be back from Martensville after this.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Right. Yeah.
And welcome back. It's the 8th end of curling. It's a tied up affair. After 7, the score is 7-7. And now we're on the power play. So a great time for it in the 8th end there, Jim.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to figure out.
You see,
Yeah.
Koana and Aoki are they threw the traditional I need to steal on the power play and threw the center guard.
Yeah.
So unlike the 4-player game, they can tick this. But Andrzej threw a big spinner here. The idea is to catch the edge and have all kinds of action and spin it onto the rings. You end up getting a double corner out of it. So that's actually really, really good.
Yeah, I think really good. Yeah.
And now this end's going to look likely a lot like a 4-player game, and I would expect to see a center guard thrown.
Yeah, we had a similar situation there last night, Dave, and it's I think the way they approach these guards in this day and age, they don't get as excited about throwing up that center guard 3 or 4 or 5 times in a row because it just seems too easy for peels. But I think you've still got to throw guards. It's just a matter of where you want to put them. You move them around a little bit, just kind of make it a little bit tougher, probably. So I think you're going to see a center guard, and I'm not quite sure if I caught what they were doing or not, but that's probably a couple feet off the center line myself. But
that would make them make a decision. So as you said, Jim, this is not going to end up on the center line. Right now, Aoki just wants it to settle down a skosh. And there they go. So as you predicted, oh wise curling analyst, a non-center guard without hammer. But you're right, it's in a different spot.
yeah, just a little gives you a little more to think about. That you start thinking about things in your head about, whether or not you jam it on a red one or whether or not those ones on the outside, if you're trying to hit that rock on the outside, whether or not you make contact with them first. Just some little weird things that start to go through your mind here that aren't there. If it's dead on the center line, you're never going to be able to have that happen. So, the real good players, that doesn't enter in their heads, but sometimes it just can't help. It just wants to sneak in there.
So here comes the peel from Adela. Gets it. They chink their own in, and they get everything along the way. All kinds of bonuses there.
Well, that changes things up for sure.
You could say that, sir.
Could change that.
I think now you just have to throw the traditional center guard and
I think so too, yeah.
Go lather, rinse, and repeat and hope for stuff.
Yeah, if you don't get it, you play a little freeze mini tap on your last one.
And make them choose between drawing and hitting.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going for the freeze now.
Yeah.
Not thrilled with that myself.
No, I think it's a little early. Needs to be there just on the last one so that if you make it really good, they can't get it out on the one shot. This is pretty nice, though.
Oh, they threw it really well.
Yeah.
I just think they threw it too soon.
Yeah.
It's not shot stone. Not that that matters a whole lot right now.
No, it's going to be interesting here whether or not if they try to pick this dead clean and not hit the red one, or if they can thinking
they only need one. They can blast it to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Make it so you just have to hit the 12-foot.
Yeah, I think if you pick it dead clean, then they have even a little bit slightly better pocket to draw to. So you'd probably rather catch your own at the back on the way by, but just catch it. You know.
Yep, it's on the way from Walczak with all due alacrity. Great shot. There you go. And you did pick yours out on the way because that stone wasn't helping you.
No, I think that was perfect, Chip.
So now they say freeze, and now you just gave your opponent another 2 feet of room. Whereas if you throw in the center guard, they would have had no choice but to peel it.
Yeah. So still going with the freeze. She threw perfect weight last time. Needs that same weight again.
So Tori Koana. This is not heavy. Tori's going to make her presence known here.
Ooh, a little overswept.
Ooh, yes, indeed. Grip it and rip it, kill them all.
Yeah, it's one of those where, the person calling the line, which is usually going to be the thrower there, has to call the line. The person sweeping has to indicate that it's there so that they take a little bit more of a chance and get a little bit of a coverage on the red. They needed to get it over there a little bit, even if it didn't end up being shot rock.
For me, Jim, I'm hitting this half a stone on the inside and killing everything.
Killing everything, yep. Yeah, worst case scenario, they have a draw to the 12-foot to win, so.
That's not bad.
No.
She gripped it. She ripped it. Andrzej's already said good shot. Good enough. The freeze is there.
It is, but really tough to get shot rock and
be ungettable.
Yeah, to be ungettable.
We've already determined this weekend that double bowl is a word.
Yep. No, we're expanding vocabularies by the minute here. Actually, I meant to ask you, but a couple minutes ago, you just said something I didn't know. That I never heard that word before. So, but I've forgotten it. So I'll have to wait till next time.
So here's
Very
go
difficult job.
Aoki. Ladies and gentlemen, the musings of Jim Nix. Pride of Halifax.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Oh, this one needs to simmer down. Simmer down, simmer down.
Ooh.
It slides, slippery slides, and that is all she wrote. Be some handshakes, and it's a final score of 9-7. And Walczak and Augustyniak will advance to the playoffs, and Koana and Aoki will have to face a tiebreaker game. Really good game, Jim.
Yeah, really interesting game. A lot of rocks in play. I mean, 7-7 coming home, you can't beat that. And it's always there's enough situations in this game that you get to debate a little bit on what's right and what's wrong. But for the most part, I thought both teams were pretty sharp, and yeah, it was exciting finish.
Absolutely. So hang on for that tiebreaker. That's going to be coming up at the top of the hour. So, but for right now, for Martensville, for Jim Nix and Kaylee and our executive producer, Jerry Gertz, I'm Dave Schmel. Thank you so much for watching Curling Stadium. Good evening.